right. Well, this is social media with a purpose. I'm super, super excited about what we're building here, and I cannot wait to share this with you. I've always been saying for the longest time that we need to be a media company that happens to sell real estate, right? You've heard me say that over and over and over again. That's great, but what does that actually mean, right? And how do I actually do that? And that is something that I have been uh, focusing on how to teach and how to help agents do that. I would say things like go start a Facebook Live show, go start a YouTube channel, go start a podcast, double down on Instagram stories, get engagement on social media, and on and on and on. And up until now, this was the advice that I was giving, but it's lacking clarity. And everything that I coach here at Agent Rise, I'm always working to give agents clarity on things. And that all changes right now, meaning what I used to teach, what I used to talk about being a media company, it changes now, and I am focusing on giving you clarity when it comes to the attraction pillar and when it comes to being a media company that happens to sell real estate. I have finally figured out how to use social media with a purpose, one that increases your top of mind awareness and one that turns online relationships into real life clients. I'm calling them the ecosystems. So social media ecosystems that will go with our attraction pillars inside our 3-pillar plan. This is what a basic ecosystem looks like. And I created this when I was asked to speak in Kentucky just a couple of months ago. And I was asked to explain what we were building here with the I Love Madison show and how am I doing this and how does this all work together. And what I came up with was this wheel right here, where media will drive traffic to our events, and events build up lists, and then lists drive traffic back to our media. And with inside of all of this is our relationships. So we have our media to our events to our lists, and so on and so on. And again, it's all around building relationships. If you look at a radio station, this is what a radio station does so well. They have the morning show. They're always talking about their page. Go to our page and enter the comment there. We're talking about this on our Facebook page. Go to our page. They're always driving traffic to their events. They're having concerts. They're having remotes. They're doing different things to drive traffic from their morning show to their Facebook page to their events. And then they're asking people to subscribe. They're always saying, text this number to that to get this. And they're always looking to grow a list through text numbers, through emails, through subscriptions. They're always looking to grow that list because they know that that list is powerful for their sponsors and for ad sales. And so radio stations are using the same exact thing. Let's say that you want to serve a niche of first-time home buyers. Okay, so let me get into this a little bit more here and show you what I mean by ecosystems. All right, so let's focus on generating leads to these first-time home buyers. Right, let's get a list of first-time home buyers. How do we do that? We got to create a lead magnet, and the best lead magnet that I've come up with is for grants and down payment assistance. Buyers want that, right? They want money. They're going to come to us. They want money. So let's post on Facebook Marketplace and a post that is marketing the availability of grants and down payment assistance programs. Let's market it to them that we have it. Then let's have them complete a survey so that we can best serve them. Then let's see if a lender can help them. Once they fill out the survey, we're going to get a little bit of insight on what they're looking for. Now we can have a lender help them, right? And while they're working with the lender, let's invite them over to our home buyer Facebook group. Right? So some of us are starting Facebook groups, but we're not driving leads to them. We're putting them out there and just hoping that people will come to them. What if we were to actually have an ecosystem that brought leads to the first-time home buyer Facebook group? Then let's get really good at adding content to this group. Always asking, what does the consumer need? Who's my avatar and what do I need to bring them? And we're going to get really good at adding content to this group. Then we're going to get partners to also add content to this group. Then we're going to create a YouTube channel because this is all searchable content. Every question that we're answering inside the group is also content that's great for a YouTube channel. And so this is what we have created here with the first-time buyer ecosystem. So when we have an ecosystem, this is what it's going to look like. We've got Facebook Marketplace going to a lead magnet, going to a registration, then getting a pre-approval, then getting to a YouTube channel, then getting to our Facebook group. Is this social media on purpose or what? Do you agree with me? Enter a comment below. Tell me yes, give me thumbs up. Tell me you're liking this. Do you agree that this is social media on purpose? And is this something different than you've ever done, right? Like something that you're looking at this and you're like, wow, I've just been putting stuff out there and hoping people engage in it. Or I really don't even have a purpose for my social media. I really don't even know what I'm doing. I don't have social media on purpose. But what if first-time buyer isn't your jam? What if you're like, you know what, I don't want to work with first-time buyers. Neil, great idea, but I don't want to be working with first-time buyers. Well, there's plenty other ecosystems. We're creating ecosystems for the community, like I've done with I Love Madison. We're doing ecosystems for military. We're doing family-focused ecosystems, investor ecosystems, luxury ecosystems, and many, many more. Another one that I'm working on is vacation home sales. If I were to buy a property in Florida, what questions would I have? What would Neil Mathwig need to figure out if he was going to buy a property in Florida? Well, I would ask questions about the management, right? I personally wouldn't want or care about the tours of the houses quite yet, right? Like if I'm there and I'm in Florida and I'm thinking I'm staying in this luxury vacation rental and I'm loving it, and I'm thinking, man, I should buy one of these, right? What questions am I going to be asking? I'm going to be asking, who's going to manage this thing for me? Who are the best management companies around? I mean, I see one on every corner. Like, who's the best management companies? How am I going to rent the thing? And where's my revenue going to come from? And what kind of revenue can I expect? What websites should I advertise on? Like, where does my listing need to be in order for me to rent this thing? Should I buy a 5-bedroom or should I buy a 9-bedroom? There's 9-bedroom ones. Like, what? They're a lot more expensive. Is it worth it? Or should I just go with a 5-bedroom? What things should I make sure the house has to attract vacationers? Like, what are the must-haves that I must have in my house? So then I should take this content and I should build a YouTube channel with it, because every one of the answers to this question is what people are searching for, right? So this becomes a good YouTube channel. But how do I guarantee the right people are going to see my channel, right? Like I could create this channel and I'm going to keyword it and do everything that I know that I need to do right. But how am I going to guarantee that people are going to see this channel that I'm building? And the answer is run Facebook ads to people vacationing in the area. They're all geo, right? You can advertise your audience can be in that direct area, in that 15-mile radius, and you can run Facebook ads to that vacationing area or to those that are vacationing. What should my ad be about? What kind of ad do I run? How do I attract these people? How about 10 things you should know before buying a vacation rental? If I'm scrolling on Facebook and I'm there on vacation and I've been thinking about buying a vacation rental and I see 10 things you should know before buying a vacation rental, and I click on it and I download it. So this is all great, right? But then what? Then what do I do? Well, you then take all of those YouTube videos that you've been creating and you create an email drip campaign with all of those videos. If you do a video a week for 52 weeks for a year, you're going to have a library of 52 videos. Every one of those could be an email campaign that drives them back to your YouTube channel that has more videos. but every email becomes the question that they're asking. Go back to this list of questions, and this is what Neil, who's thinking about buying a place in Florida, is asking. And so you have a list of questions that are all in video format. Now get to turn all of those into emails, and you're now getting into that ecosystem where you're generating Facebook leads, you're using your YouTube channel, and you're now driving traffic to them. And then your PS and every one of your emails to them is, come and join our Facebook group that is all about buying vacation rentals in my community. So now you've got an ecosystem that has YouTube videos, has an email campaign, has Facebook advertising, and also has a Facebook group. Now this is social media on purpose. I'm fired up about this. So who else wants to build an ecosystem with me? And again, we're building ecosystems for military. We're building them for senior housing. Family Focus one is another really popular one. We can build these for your sphere of influence. And it's really like taking all of these different concepts and bringing them into one and building this so that we have social media on purpose. And we're going to be doing all of this in our upcoming Agent Rise Bootcamp. Bootcamp or the ecosystems is just one part of what we're going to be talking about in Bootcamp. So we're going to be building all kinds of ecosystems for different niches inside the upcoming bootcamp. And we're not only going to be doing that, but we're going to be building your entire business in these upcoming boot camps. I believe in having a 3-pillar plan. And so we talk about this all the time, where what are we going to do for our sphere of influence? What are we going to do to chase? And what are we going to do to attract? And the attraction pillar is what we're talking about right now. We're going to build an ecosystem together that makes sense for you. And guys, I'm throwing a lot at you right now. Every time I teach this, it seems like drinking out of a fire hose because there's so much coming at you. When we build this ecosystem, we break it down into bite-sized pieces so that you can build everything as we go. And right now, as we're quarantined, is an amazing time to be working on this because we can build out the exact ecosystem that you want to build and build it out in pieces, get some of the grunt work done, the upfront work so that it's built, and then it's just an ongoing content machine that you're going to keep creating. In the boot camps, we're going to go through an assessment phase. So in the assessment phase, we're starting those now, and they go up until May 7th when we launch the next boot camp. When we go through that assessment phase, one of the questions that I'm going to ask you is what niche of a list of them is the one that excites you the most? And then that is the list that we want to step into. We want to build your whole plan around that and get you ready to help build that ecosystem when we get into the learning phase of boot camp. And boot camp starts on May 7th. Then the boot camp itself is 6 weeks long. Then we get into the coaching phase, which is group coaching, and this follows the boot camp. All right. So here's the agenda for boot camp. We're in the prep week right now, and then we get into week number 1 starting on May 7th. Week 1 is going to be the introduction to the 3 pillars, to the Agent Rise steps, how to build your database, how to write an announcement letter. Then we're going to get into week number 2. Week number 2 is going to be all about your sphere of influence and how we're going to build out your sphere of influence pillar. What we're going to do on a monthly basis for your sphere so that we have that engine running. Then we're going to get into week number 3, and this is where we talk about our matchmaker system. We're talking about how we're going to generate leads and how we're going to convert those leads using what we've created called our matchmaker. Then week number 4 is our chase pillar. This is talking about open houses, online leads, FSBOs and expireds, Facebook advertising. We're talking about building your lead generation system that is going to be the engine of your business, and we're going to use the matchmaker system that we talked about in week number 3 to convert all of those leads. Week number 5, I always talk about how we want our businesses systematized, almost like McDonald's our business, right? When somebody raises their hand, we want them to be able to go through a process. So we're going to be talking about our buyer consultation system, our listing appointment process, all of the tracking systems, everything that we've created here at Agent Rise. We go over all of that in week number 5. Week number six is when we go deep on these ecosystems. And this is when we talk about the attraction pillar. Then once we get going with your ecosystem in week number 6, we carry that through the next 6 weeks in group coaching. So every week we're going to be holding you accountable and working to get all of your everything built. So we're going to be building things throughout the boot camp, but then we're really going to hold you accountable and everything in the group coaching to make sure that we get everything done. Boot camp is $595, or it's included if you're an Agent Rise member. So you can become a member for $195 a month and you get this included. So if you're an Agent Rise member and you're watching this, remember you get boot camp. The new version, the new boot camp starting on May 7th is included in your membership. So pricing again is $595, and this would give you membership through July 2020, and it will give you the boot camp. It'll give you 6 weeks of training afterwards. It will get you the assessment and everything that we do in the beginning for $595, or you can just become a member for $195, and you pay a monthly fee of $195 a month. Is you get the boot camp and everything included. So to sign up for this, we've got everything at agentrisecoaching.com/bootcamp. And I'll take some questions now. If you guys have any questions about boot camp, if you have any questions about these ecosystems that we're creating, how do you decide which ecosystem to prioritize? This is excellent. Thanks, Alex. The first thing that you want to do is you want to work in a niche that excites you. If first-time home buyers don't excite you, then don't do that niche. You're passionate about your community, like you want to build an overall community one, then I would go with the community ecosystem. And what a community ecosystem looks like is exactly what we're doing here at I Love Madison. So with that ecosystem, what we do is we generate media to drive traffic to our I Love Madison meetup, to our I Love Madison food tournament, and to our I Love Madison concerts. And the media that we drive is invitation, meaning announcement, like, hey, we're ready for our next I Love Madison meetup. Who's signing up? And then we have another announcement before the meetup. So whenever I'm doing a meetup, the 2 weeks before a meetup is all about the meetup. All my content is about the meetup. Then at the event, we're also doing content, right? Instagram stories, people are tagging us. We're doing Facebook Lives. We're doing other content at these events. Then we take a group photo at the event, and we then post that. So I have post-event media, right, that we're also putting out there. And then we're gaining a list throughout all of these events, right? So whenever you sign up, you're adding your name to our list, your email address to our list. Also, when we're at the meetups, one of the things that we do that works really, really well is when we are done with our group photo, we say to everybody get out your phones and open up LinkedIn. And you go to LinkedIn, and then down at the bottom, it says My Network. You click on My Network, and then once you've clicked on that, on the right-hand side is a little button that says Connect with People Nearby. And the Bluetooth kicks in and shows everybody else that's in the room, and all of a sudden they all start showing up on your LinkedIn feed. You start to see everybody that's there, and you can go connect, right? So by bringing people together, you're taking your online relationships and taking them offline, and taking offline relationships and bringing them online, right? And so that's the power of this ecosystem. And then people always ask me, like, well, how do you actually get business out of this? Well, it's all about relationships. See, the relationships are in the middle of the ecosystem. And so by generating traffic by bringing people from social media into our events and then creating the list. Relationships are in the middle of it, and we're building those relationships with people, and that's what's giving us the opportunity to serve more and more people. This is the list, or I'm sorry, for building a community ecosystem. And there's plenty other ecosystems that we can use, that we can build, but that's that one. So how do you decide what one to prioritize? It's really the one that you're the most passionate about, the one that just fires you up. I mean, military, maybe you're a military spouse, or maybe you're a veteran, or maybe you're even active, and military is what excites you, right? So let's build a niche around military. Maybe you're serving in the luxury market. Let's build an ecosystem around the luxury market. And when we look over the list, a lot of us have one that we're excited about. And I think that's the one that you should go towards. I also highly recommend that you only build one, because if you build multiple ones, you won't do any of them well. Now, some of them overlap really nice. I mean, some of the things that you build for the military one also becomes very family focused as well. So they can blend and work really well with both of them. But I would recommend doing one, mastering one, getting one down, because you want to be talking about, when you're doing native organic posts, you want to be talking and crowdsourcing for that group, right? Like when you're looking to build content, you want to go on social media and ask the question, what are people looking for in this niche, right? And so you want to be able to always be looking for engagement. And if you have too much of this, and you're running too many ecosystems, it's you're not going to do any of it well, right? And we always talk about it in Agent Rise that if you had enough lumber to build one bridge, would you build one bridge, or would you build two half-built bridges? You'd build one bridge, right? If you wanted to get to the island, the other side of the river, right? You'd want to build one bridge and not two half-built bridges. And so that's what I'm afraid you would do if you did multiple ecosystems. You would have two half-built bridges. Again, we're starting boot camp on May 7th, and I would love to have you join us. If there's any questions that you have around boot camp, just go to agentrisecoaching.com/bootcamp, and we've got all the details there. If you wanted to schedule a call with me, like you're interested in this, but you want to know more, just go to agentrisecoaching.com. Just remove the bootcamp or the /bootcamp. And then there's my schedule. You can just schedule a call with me. So again, go to agentrisecoaching.com to schedule a call with me. And I would be happy to talk with you about anything to do with bootcamp and these ecosystems. I hope that this helps you get some clarity around social media. I know that it's confusing, but I also hope that you can see how this ecosystem can work and how you can build one thing and go on to the next. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, man, Neil, I can't even, I just want to launch a Facebook group, right? Like, what do I do? How would I do everything else in addition to just doing a Facebook group? Well, here's the thing. We've got to start with the Facebook group. And what I would have you do is I would have you put 3 pieces of content in the group. I would have you invite one partner, a lender, and let's say you're doing the first time buyer one. So we get 3 pieces of content. You get your one lender in there. You would get the group started. You would then shift all of your energy over to the marketplace post. 10 minutes later, you could have a marketplace post posted, because I give you the exact post. Then after you have the marketplace post posted, you're going to start question and answer with the buyers that are interested. We get your form set up so that you message the form to them, and you do all of this really quickly, right? This doesn't take a lot of energy, a lot of time, because I give you everything that you need to be able to do it. And that goes for all of the other ecosystems, right? I want to hand this to you on a silver platter and say, go with it. And it's just pretty much, you just got to plug it in and plug and play. It's that simple. And so you get your group set up, those 3 pieces of content in the group, and I'll tell you what that content needs to be. You then get your marketplace posts running. You then start interacting with these leads. You then send them to your favorite lender that loves doing first-time homebuyer grants. And then you either get them pre-approved or you don't. And then you invite them into your Facebook group. You start getting on a daily schedule for your YouTube videos. On Monday, you're going to conceptualize the video. On Tuesday, you're going to record it. On Wednesday, you're going to edit it. On Thursday, you're going to write the show notes or the copy and design the thumbnail. And Friday, you're going to post it. And this way, you get into this groove of producing this content. So it's a little bit of work up front to get it started, and then it's just an little bit every day for the rest of eternity. As you're building this, you just keep creating this content. All right. So so just know that I'm going to walk with you through all of this to help you get this going. I'm so proud of Agent Rise and what we're able to offer agents and gain the clarity and help them stay consistent and build a business that they truly love, so that we don't have to be doing a bunch of things that we hate or forcing ourselves to do things that we hate, because when we do that, we don't stay consistent. And so when we have a clear plan, one that we love, we'll stay consistent. So thanks again, everybody, for joining me. I hope you all have a great day. Keep the questions coming. I'll answer more of them in the comments once I'm done here. And again, to sign up for boot camp, you got to make sure you sign up no later than May 7th. That's the absolute deadline. But you'd want to, the earlier you get signed up, the better, because then we can get through the assessment period. So, so again, agentrisecoaching.com/bootcamp to get signed up, and then we can get on the phone right away, get you through assessment, get you ready to go. We can even start talking about your plan and getting you ready for boot camp. So again, agentrisecoaching.com/bootcamp. Hope you guys have a great day. And like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today.